Let's cross borders now. In what has been described as the worst violence in Burundi since the failed coup in May, at least 87 people, including 8 military officers, have been killed in clashes in the country's capital. Michelle Ngele has more on the coordinated assault that also forced major airline carriers to cancel flights to the city as the United States issued a travel advisory.
Littered the streets of Bujumbura after heavy gunfire and blasts erupted in the city on Friday. Residents said dozens of men were rounded up as their homes were raided and many of their bodies were found on the streets on Saturday morning. Witnesses say the victims were shot execution style through the top of the skull. According to Army spokesman Gaspard Baratuza, 12 out of the 150 assailants were killed during the clashes and 20 others taken into custody. A group opposed to President Nkurunziza's third presidential term, locally known as Sindu Munja, are blamed for the attacks targeted at military bases across the capital. This is the worst outbreak of political violence since a crisis sparked in April by President Pierre Nkurunziza's bid for a third term, which opponents say violated a deal that ended a civil war in 2005. The crisis led to a failed coup in May 2015. Following the unrest, major airline carriers into Bujumbura cancelled their flights on Friday. The United States of America has also warned its citizens against traveling to Burundi for fear that the fighting may flare into a full-scale war. The killings are the latest flare-up in a nation that Western powers fear is sliding back into ethnic conflict. Last month, the UN Security Council unanimously adopted a resolution that could pave the way for peacekeepers to be deployed to Burundi after months of violence raised fears of a 1994 Rwanda-style mass killings. Hundreds of people have been killed since April, and about 215,000 others have fled into neighboring countries. Michelle Ngele, KTN News.